Hi Amal, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. Long time no see.
Yes, are you fine?
Yes, I'm good. How about you?
I'm really good now, excited for this interview.
How are things in Tunisia?
Well, things are good. We are now controlling the pandemic and we are like free to have fun. How about you?
Things are like not so good, but hopefully they will get better in India soon. So
Yeah,
well,
I hope that too.
yeah, and so we're here to talk about your journey in Taekwondo and you know
Yeah.
about
Yes,
that.
yes.
So why don't you tell us when did you get started with Taekwondo?
Well, I started playing Taekwondo like about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the high school. I get like I don't know my age like 17. Yeah, yeah. I didn't start like from young age, but now I'm keep going.
Right. Wonderful. And why did you start this?
Well, at the age of 17, I was
Mm-hmm.
preparing for my baccalaureate. The next year I will have my baccalaureate, and then I had a family problem,
Yes.
so I decided to get over these problems by doing something that maybe will help me to focus on my education.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. That's
Yes.
interesting. That's very interesting. So, how is it in Tunisia? Like the culture and with sports and fitness and martial arts and everything. How is it in Is it very popular, very common, or did you do something different?
Well, it's about sports are really popular in Tunisia. Like a lot of children now. I mean, I'm talking about my generation.
Mm-hmm.
People starting to put their children to sports, and they maybe I don't know. Before years ago, it was not popular, but now people are practicing more. A lot of organizations they do campaigns to make people aware about the importance of
Right.
sports in Tunisia, and I'm really happy to see a lot of things that are now these last 10 years the
Right.
sports is becoming more a place of interest for a lot of people. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about million of marathons that are creating marathons every day, creating a new competition. They are bringing different sports from another cultures and put it in Tunisia, and it's really I am seeing really good development in the sports fields in Tunisia. So it's popular now, really.
Wonderful. And martial arts as well is doing well, like taekwondo.
Uh, uh, um, yeah, well, yes, Taekwondo now. There is a lot of champions that are practicing like in the Olympics, and
Mm-hmm.
people are really encouraging us to make more, especially like in Taekwondo. In my small village, there is two clubs in Taekwondo, which is something really good. I
Wow.
mean, there is a lot of things. There is about I don't know about 200 child who is practicing in my small village in Taekwondo.
Wow.
Besides, we have karate and yeah, and kung fu.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool now. You can see a lot of children wearing the uniform of these material arts, and
Right.
it's really fascinating here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, um, how was your journey to becoming a black belt? That's incredible. Not many people do that. That's awesome.
Well, well, I thought I did not I didn't start my training from a young age, so I thought that would be so difficult for me. However, it wasn't that difficult because I found out that I am doing the most beautiful and amazing thing in my life. I am doing the things that I love.
Mhm.
So I start working in the like in the sport in the place where we're training and in my house also in the dorm where I study. So I start make taekwondo like it's not something I do like a hobby. I make it like
Mhm.
my lifestyle. So I started training a lot, and
Mhm.
all my focus was on the black belt. I wish to have one because I have a lot of friends who had black belt,
Right.
and And then I had the coach was encouraging me. As he said, it's okay. You did not care. You did not like came from a long time. It's your second, third year, but you can do it. I know that you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to go like to practice with my friends and enter the exam. We have a national exam for the black belt,
Right.
and I decided to go with them. And I thought that it's okay, I will try, but I will not get it from the first time. But
Right.
and I don't know how, but I passed the exam from the first time, and I get my first black belt
So, what do
in
you mean by, yeah,
2017. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yes.
wow. Uh, what do you mean by exam? Like, is it a written exam or like how? What do you mean by
Uh,
passing the exam?
no, it's not written, but you see, in Taekwondo, we have two things to do. I mean, three things to do. So you go to, like, I don't know, to a place where a lot of players come and there is a judge. So
Right.
he will ask you to do movements. They are the basic movements of Taekwondo. And he will
Mm-hmm.
ask you to do it right.
Right.
If you go on Google, you will write something pomze. Pomze, it's how to say? It's like imaginary fight,
Right.
imaginary combat.
Right.
And so you gonna practice it well with all the movements and in the correct order. And
Mm-hmm.
he might stop you in one movement and he said, "What's the name of the movement?" And you have to name it right in the Korean language. It's not
Mm-hmm.
in Arabic, it's not in French, it's in the Korean language.
Right.
So you have to say the name. And maybe he will ask you about the name of things that you learn, the name of the belt in Korean, the name of the uniform, a lot of things. So from each belt, if you want to pass from like the yellow belt to the next belt, which is the
Right.
green, you have to learn pomse, and each year you have to add another pomse. So in order to have the black belt, you have to know how to make 8 pomses, and that's what I have to do. I have to practice to make this done. And also you make a combat in front of the judge. You need to practice with another one as if you are in the competition.
Uh-huh.
And then he will give you, I don't know, like marks, like
Mm-hmm.
marks.
Yeah.
And in the end, he will collect this together and tell you if you will have your black belt or not.
Wow. That's
And another information, and this is so unique, that everyone in this world who want to have taekwondo a black belt, he
yeah.
has to take the certificate, I mean the degree. He will have to take it from Korea directly, not from any place in the world.
Oh,
Only Korea will allow you to have the black belt. Yes.
wow.
So yeah,
Interesting.
you will have your degree from Korea. Exactly.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations, by the way. Well done.
Thank you so much.
So,
Thank you.
how often did you practice?
First, I practice 2 times a week, like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like from the first year. Then I love it so much, I decided to practice by my own, and there in the place where we're training. So I today I practice like 4 times a week, like 4 days,
Okay.
and 2 hours each day.
Wow. Intense.
Yes, we have to do it because the more you became like the more you are advanced in this play in this
Mm-hmm.
taekwondo, the more you need to practice and to learn new things.
Of
So
course.
it's a great responsibility. We have to deal with it like seriously.
Of course. Of course. That's true. And how about your family? Did they support this?
Well, yes, thank God. My mother, who's the one who enrolled me to Taekwondo. As I said, I had the family problems, so my mother decided to put me in, like in a club of
Mm-hmm.
Taekwondo, and she said you can do whatever you want, but you have to have good grade at school. My father too supported me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so lucky to have like understanding parents who encourage me to do things. Sometimes they feel it's dangerous for me.
Right.
Sometimes they try to make me, like, I don't know, like, do not practice 4 times a day. Like, you can rest, but
Right.
then they understand that I love it so much. So
Right.
yes, they are really supportive.
That's wonderful to hear. That's really good. I mean, family support is so important to, to be able to pursue what you want to. And
Well, yeah, it's sometimes it's rare to have this kind of relationship between your parents,
right,
especially in my village. Like, there is a lot of parents who do not want their, especially girls,
right,
be part of a club. Especially it's material arts. So
right.
yeah.
And so, what other challenges did you face, like, in your journey?
Yeah. Yeah, well, challenges. I had a lot of challenges with which is like the first time I entered the group, I
Mm-hmm.
was like the newest person, and a lot of people would not like cooperate with me.
Right,
I had people who wanted to, I don't know, they did not like how I am getting better I mean
fast.
fast.
Right,
So yeah, you know that every group will have one person that hates you for no reason, and
right,
he
right.
tries to do bad things. So yeah, maybe that one. And from I had a lot of challenges, but I think the greatest one was when I had an accident in the club when I was
Oh,
training.
uh-huh.
And yeah, see my knees, the bones of my knees, they moved from their places. Like I
What?
have my knee. Yes, I don't know
Wow.
what the how I say it in English, but you know, like there is in your knees there is two bones who are attached to each other, you know,
Right,
in
right,
the
right.
bones of the knees.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
they moved from each other, and I had my knees in the wrong place. So
Mm-hmm.
I was unable to move. It was really painful. I had to stay in the hospital like for 7 hours to do that, and I stayed like unable to move like for 1 month. Yeah.
Right,
And I remember that I was screaming and I was saying, as I am able to go to train. I was not thinking about myself. I was not thinking about how my legs is doing. I only asking about if I am able to come back to taekwondo after
right,
this accident.
right.
So yes, I was. I think I had to stay 2 months, and then slowly I had to do like a sports, like slight moments of sports in order to make my
Yeah.
legs work again. I
Mm-hmm.
was actually unable to run because I don't know how, but I forgot to how to move my legs. Yes,
Oh,
so but thank God, after like 6 months, I came back to practice what I love.
wonderful, wonderful. That must have been really hard for you.
Yeah, that was one of the painful accidents that happened to me, and it's really it's really bad. But that will not make me give up, of course.
Right, right. Really good. So, what has Taekwondo taught you?
Well, Taekwondo is teaching not only me, but the general aspects of Taekwondo. He teach us how to keep calm in the moments of anger, how to
Mm-hmm.
control ourselves. People think that we are learning Taekwondo in order to make ourselves stronger, in order to, I don't know, to win a fight in the street or
Right,
something, but
right.
it's the opposite. Taekwondo makes us have self-control in the moment that we need. It make us wise. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, it really control the anger. And Taekwondo teach me how to have a group and to deal with friends who are sharing
Mm-hmm.
the same dream with you. I
Right.
mean, taekwondo might be a solo. Yeah, I mean, when you go in the combat, you
Yeah.
will be alone.
Yeah.
However, you will have a team behind you, and it's really cool. Now I have a lot of friends who are really supporting. I met
Mm-hmm.
a lot of good people. Taekwondo also taught me to never give up. That's one of the most things that I really like, that
Wonderful.
we do never give up.
Right.
Even if we fall, we have to stand up and we fight again.
Right. That's true. That's great. So, uh, even when you're not, playing Taekwondo, does it affect your life? Does it,
Well, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
so even when you're not, doing or playing
Yeah.
Taekwondo, does it still affect different parts of your life? Like, it improves
Oh,
different
I
parts of your life?
see.
Yeah.
You mean like the moments that I don't practice? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Yes. This, of course. I mean, I have something to do, like when
Mhm.
I am studying, or maybe when I am doing, I don't know, like going to the beach or something. I
Right.
have something to think about and programs to do. Like
Mhm.
when I meet friends and I tell them that I am practicing taekwondo, they
Right.
love it a lot. I start talking about the taekwondo and what
Right.
I do. It really affects me in how now I am feeling that I am doing something that
Mhm.
that needs responsibility. So
Right.
in the decision of my lives, I remember that I was able to do things like material art, so I can deal with anything in my life. I can deal
Right.
with school, I can deal with social relationship. So yeah, it's really
Mhm.
affected me positively in my life.
Wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. So, uh, very important question: is it safe for people to learn taekwondo?
Well, 100% it's safe.
Mhm.
I have to say something, which is all the sports, in every sports in the whole world,
Yeah.
accident could happen.
Right.
Even
Right.
it's
Right.
dancing, even it's the small, even you think that you are playing football and you fall down and you hurt yourself. So it is really normal, as I said. A lot of people had accident in every sports,
Mhm.
like dancing, like ballet.
Right.
So I think that taekwondo is the same. It's really safe because we have materials who will help us to be protected.
Right.
Like if you go on Google and write taekwondo, you
Mhm.
will see the player, the athlete is wearing everything he needs to be protected from a face kick, or
Right.
in the chest, you know, like
Yeah.
and also protected like in the hands, and every place in the body who need to be protected is protected
Mhm.
by something.
Right.
That's the rule of taekwondo. You will not be allowed to do a combat without these tools that protect you. So it's
Mhm.
really safe. It's normal that a lot of people will have accident, but it's really normal. I have a parent who asked me, I am really confused. Should I put my son in football or in taekwondo? But
Mhm.
I am afraid I'm afraid that my son will get hurt in taekwondo. But he didn't know that the fact that one of the most dangerous, how to say that, one of the most not dangerous, I'm sorry, one of the most sports that accident, really big accident happen in, it is football, not
Right.
taekwondo.
Right.
And if you search, we will find the most horrible I don't know, like dangerous accident will happen
Right.
in sports, more like in sports like football. And as I
That's
say, taekwondo is really safe for children, for adults, for
Mhm.
everyone, because you will protect it 100%.
Mhm.
And it's really rare to have like a dangerous kick or something in your
Right.
body. So
Right.
yeah. And as I said, the accident that happened to me, it was like no one touched me, it's just a wrong movement by
Right.
myself. So
Right.
it's really safe, and I recommend it for all the different ages.
Wonderful.
Hmm.
Wonderful. That's
Yes.
that's good to know, and I'm sure parents, after hearing this, will, you know, consider putting their kids in taekwondo, and
Yes, of course, if all the tools are existed to
right.
protect them, they can be like 100% relieved. It's safe, I assure you.
Great, great. So, how does someone get started? They can just directly join a club, or can you learn through YouTube, or you should always join an academy?
Well, you see, it's really difficult to learn through online because
Hmm.
it's material art. But maybe if you have all the tools you need, because taekwondo needs like tools, like place
Yeah.
where you can kick, you need. But I recommend that people go to a club or
Right.
academy of taekwondo in order to have a teacher or a coach who
Right.
is trained by
Mhm.
coaches who came from Korea,
Right.
because we all know that the source of taekwondo is Korea. And
Right.
this art is really specific. There is a lot of details, so I think 100% you need like eye to eye contact with your coach in order to learn. So if you want to start taekwondo, it's so easy. No matter how old are you, no matter I don't know, weight, or I don't know. Taekwondo
Mhm.
is for all people. So
Right.
you can just start going to enroll in academy and start learning from the first steps. You will have the white belt as soon as you enroll. You
Mhm.
will have the white belt, and then by days and training, you will start to have the other belts and move on to the black belt.
That's great. That's great. And how long does it take to become a black belt?
Well, actually, it depends. There is no specific time.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, like I thought that it will may take me a lot of time. I had people who trained with me, and they are trained like for 10 years, but
Mm-hmm.
they are unable to have the black belt, and people like get it in 5 years. So it depends
Oh,
how you learn, how you accept information,
right.
and how you train. You have to work hard to get it. There is no specific time, but normally you have to have to, I don't know, to go through a lot of belts
Mm-hmm.
first.
Right.
Like each year you have to have belts. Then you will reach the black belt. And as I said, you need to work hard in order to make it fast, in
Mm-hmm.
order to get to, I don't know, to have the black belt soon. So
Right.
if you have a plan, if you are planning to have it in a small time, you have
Mm-hmm.
really to work for it. Yeah.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. And so, yeah, I mean, we all know the black belt is like the last, belt. But what do you do after that? Is there anything after? Do you still have a lot to learn, or is it that you have learned everything?
Well, yeah, that's maybe that's a great question, because there is a common mistake, which is they are saying, okay, I will have my black belt and this is the end.
Right.
Actually, no, in Taekwondo, the black belt is not the last belt. The
Mm-hmm.
black belt, there is about nine. I'm sorry if I'm yeah, nine dan. What I mean by dan, which is the black. So I will have, as I said, exam to have my black belt, and I will have my first dan at black belt. Then I have to make, to reach the end of the black belts, I
Mm-hmm.
have to make 9 exams to have black belt 9 dan. You know
Oh,
what I mean? It
okay.
will stay. I am going through belts, but it will stay the black.
Uh-huh.
But I will have to add 1 dan, 2 dan, the second dan, the third dan.
Right.
So yes, to be a master, you will have we call coach or master. The master who have 6 dan in Taekwondo. So yes, I am just now at the first step in black dan. You know what I mean? Like I am now first dan Taekwondo black
Right.
belt. So this is the start for me. This is my
Oh.
first step in the black belt journey. You know what I mean? So
Oh.
yes, I still got a lot of things to learn. The hard part, it's just started for me. I
Uh,
was like going through an easy journey, and now I am starting the serious journey, which
right.
is I will compete. I will having exam with old people, who with coaches, with masters of Taekwondo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I am going like to the like the adult part of Taekwondo. You will have in this part, you will have to be old in the you have to go to have like how to say uh, 18 years age at
Right.
least to be in this part of
Uh-huh.
the next journey of Taekwondo. So
Uh-huh.
yes, there is a lot things to learn. I have a coach who is 70 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and he is still learning in order to have his 8 dan belt. So yes,
Ooh. Wow.
yes, it's really complicated, but
That's interesting.
yes, it's like a sea. It's a large sea of knowledge in Taekwondo words.
Mm-hmm. But that's I mean, great. I mean, we didn't know there's so many levels to this. I mean, we just thought, yeah, you get the black belt and you're done. But that's wow, it's a long way to go then.
Yeah, it's actually the start, the start
Right.
of a new journey.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's great. So, do you have combats? Do you fight as well?
Yeah, of course, it's really essential in Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
it's really essential to have like combats because it's what about actually taekwondo is divided to two parts. People who are practicing taekwondo in order to make combat,
Right.
and the other club or other people who are interested in pomse. As I said, pomse it's like a demonstration of movements of
Uh-huh.
taekwondo. So I am really interested in combat. So yes, I do a lot. I practice every day with my group, and
Mm-hmm.
also we have each year we have competition.
Mm-hmm.
So between the states of Tunisia,
Mm-hmm.
in order to have the like the to have our new how to say cup, the cup of Tunisia in taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, each year we participate in competitions.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So we're doing
Interesting.
this a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And besides, there is a lot of Tunisian who are practicing outside the country, like international competitions in
Right.
my team also.
Right. So, how does it feel like when you're fighting? Like, is there like, do you have like a lot of anger or what exactly?
Well,
Like,
yes, but I will describe my feelings, and I'm sure that every player in Taekwondo will know this. When you are waiting until they call your name, where like waiting so they call your name to start the combat, your
uh,
heart will be racing a lot. It will
right.
be, I mean, you'll be so excited, so I don't know, maybe scared. It's not like fear from the combat, but fear from the moment when you are
Mhm.
starting the combat. So yes, it's really I don't know, uh, my heart will be like 100% level.
Mhm.
We
Wow.
It's really mixed feelings.
Mhm.
However, you will feel proud, and you will feel that you are doing something great. There is a lot of people who are watching. There is
Right.
really a lot of people.
Right.
So yes, it's mixed feelings with scare and pride.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, it's amazing. The adrenaline will be on the top in your body. Yes.
Mhm. Right.
So
Wow.
yes, until the moment you will focus on the other person who is combating with you. You
Right.
will start looking at all the people, then you will focus on your combat,
Mhm.
and then all the focus will be on how to reach the head of the person in front of you, to kick him in the head, to have
Mhm.
more scores. Yeah,
Right.
so that's the feelings I feel.
Mhm. But
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, you have to do a lot of mental training as well, right? To be in the right mindset as well.
Yes, that will be the job of the coach,
Mhm.
who will prepare you to be ready for every combat.
Oh, okay.
Because the coach will know, yeah, the coach will know that you are scared, or maybe you, especially for the beginners who are not get used to this
Right.
this yeah, atmosphere of competitions.
Right.
So the coach will tell you to breathe and take it easy, and do not focus about winning, however, to focus about doing your best and the
Uh-huh.
best movement that yeah. So that's why the coach, his responsibility is to make this atmosphere in your place where you're training,
Mhm.
not to make the player playing in a normal atmosphere, like friendly atmosphere,
Mhm.
relaxed. Then he shock you with a lot of people. He
Right.
will make local competition in order
Right.
to make players prepare. Like he
Oh,
will bring
okay.
people from other clubs to his
Uh-huh.
club
Right.
and compete with each other. So he make players used to the atmosphere of competition when he goes to the national competition in Tunisia or
Right.
international. Yes.
Right. Very interesting. So that will
Yeah.
be complete surprise.
Yes, if the coach is doing it right, and
Right.
if he is making players used to this atmosphere, yeah, it will not be really a huge surprise. If
Mhm.
you go to a competition, you will feel that. You will see the face of the player. If
Right.
he is so scared, you know that the coach did not have
Yeah.
a good job in make him ready to this
True.
situation. Yeah.
True. 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 That's
Mhm.
very interesting. So, Anyway, have you tried other martial arts? Have you tried karate or kung fu or anything?
Oh, no, not really. Actually, I used to do volleyball. It's not related to material art.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I had problem with the coach, so I started to do taekwondo directly. So the first and the and the last thing in the material art was taekwondo. I did not think about trying something else because I didn't feel that they are so interested like taekwondo. Because
Mm-hmm.
in taekwondo you use only your legs, so the
Right,
focus only on the legs. So and all the material art, almost all the material arts, you can use the both.
right.
However, I did not find I don't know how to say the challenge,
Uh-huh.
the good challenge. I mean, imagine you are doing a whole combat
Yeah,
without touching a person with your hand, only your legs. So I feel that it is more exciting and more challenging to be in
definitely.
taekwondo more in other sports.
Definitely, definitely. Very interesting. And do you watch UFC?
What?
UFC? Do you watch UFC?
No, actually not really, because even how to say, I'm not really watching anything about sports. It's
Mm-hmm.
really surprising
Right.
because because I don't know. I feel that I would love to do things
Mm-hmm.
instead of watching it. So
That's
if
great.
I have to watch something, the
Mm-hmm.
coach will make us to watch it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But not really. I do not watch anything. I practice it directly.
That's great. That's great. And
Yeah.
so, what are your future plans?
You mean like in taekwondo only?
Not just taekwondo, but in general, like, do you have any, yeah, like, do you want to become a taekwondo trainer or anything of that sort?
Well, yes, I had my degree in being a taekwondo judge,
Right.
so
Oh,
now I can coach people, I can coach
mm-hmm.
them. I already tried once, so I am thinking of creating my own club in the future after I graduate. So
Wow.
yes, I am moving to France soon to live in
Oh,
France.
really?
So yes, so I'm thinking about creating my own club in France, in the
Wonderful.
place where I will live. Yes, and maybe I can do it like as a second job.
Right.
Besides, I am an English teacher.
Right.
I'll be an English teacher like in the few years.
Uh-huh.
So yes, I think I will be an English coach and also teacher. I
Wonderful.
don't
So,
know. It's gonna be a little bit difficult in France because they speak French, not English. So,
mhm.
but yes, I will try my best.
What do Tunisians speak?
They speak Arabic mixed with French,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
no, it's basically Arabic.
Uh-huh.
And yes, we use few words like few words from French language. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's great.
yes.
So, Amal, thank you so much for spending your valuable time and giving us so much advice and sharing your experiences with us.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It's really amazing, and I was really excited to be part of this show. And I thank all the people who are listening to us. And
Yes,
I hope that I give you all the information that you need about Taekwondo.
definitely. You'll definitely inspire all the listeners. And also, Amal, where can people find you?
Yes.
Why don't you share, uh, with us, any social media you may have, Instagram or Facebook, or where can people find you?
Yes, I do have Facebook and Instagram. Should I say it like spell it or how I say
Yeah,
it?
you can just
Or I put the
name.
link?
Yeah, you can just name the handle, and I'll also put it in the show notes. So anyone who wants to get
Yes.
in touch with you or contact you, they can do that.
Yes, sure. So my Facebook is Amal Wislati. You can write, I will send you the name exactly how
Sure.
it's written. This is my Facebook. You will find like my profile picture. And I have an Instagram, which is Amal M Wislati.
Yes.
Also, I will send you the link.
Yes.
And yeah, you can reach me by both, or also I have a Snapchat as too. So I'm
Wow.
using a lot of social media. Yes.
Wonderful. So great. So anyone who's interested, guys, please follow her page on Instagram or Facebook, and
Yes, I will.
follow her journey. Yeah.
Yeah, I will have a lot of, I will provide a lot of information if people need anything about to learn more about my taekwondo in the whole world. I will be happy to help you.
That's great. That's great. And wonderful. So Amal, thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope to see you soon too.
Take care. Take care. Bye.
Bye.